All right, it is 6:02. I will now call the Wednesday, August 13th, 2025 meeting of the City of Framingham Compost Task Force to order. In person, we have myself, we have Diana, Aaron, and on Zoom, we have Bob Lewis, Mike Tarselli, Darren, and Amy. So that is who is here. We do not have anybody to publicly participate. Oh, I see that Willie is now on Zoom as well. So we're up to 8. So we officially have quorum. We do not have anybody here to publicly participate. So agenda item 1 complete. Agenda item 2, minutes from previous meetings.
Question, sorry. Can you go into the attendees and promote Amy and Larry to be panelists so that they're part of the meeting? Because right now they can't raise their hand or speak or anything.
I'm sorry.
And actually, Bob probably can't either. And maybe that's why he raised his hand.
Yeah, we can only see Mike and Mike right now.
Sorry, I thought I did. I clicked and said your talking was permitted, but now how do I? Oh, promote to panelists. Got it. Sorry, I'm new to webinars here. Thank you.
You don't remember COVID at all?
No worries. I was like confused because you were like, Amy's here. And I was like, which is not?
I was seeing everybody here.
Yeah,
Now I think I have.
it's a whole nother skill set.
I don't know if you Zoom either. It makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just never done a webinar before. All right, cool. I think I've promoted everybody to panelists and given everybody the ability to speak. So now I think we can see everybody. Excellent. Thank you, Eric. I figured somehow, somewhere we'd figure this out. All right, so agenda item 2, we will review and approve the minutes from the last 2 meetings. So the meetings were on June 11th and then July 9th. Are there any requested changes to either of these minutes? Seeing no hands, I will take a motion to approve the minutes from 6/11.
Motion to approve the minutes from June 11th.
Seconded. Dang it.
We have a motion from Diana and a second from Willie to approve the minutes on 6/11. We will do a roll call vote starting in the room first. Aaron?
Approve. Yes.
Diana?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Mike T?
Yep.
Amy?
Yes.
Bob?
I have to abstain. I wasn't present.
No worries, Darren?
Yes.
Willie?
Yeah.
Excellent. I will take a second motion to approve the minutes from 7/9/25.
Motion
So
to,
moved.
it's from July 9th.
That was a motion by Diana, seconded by Mike Tarselli. Did you officially second that, Mike?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and another roll call vote, starting with Aaron.
Yes.
Diana?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Mike? Mike T?
Mhm.
Amy?
Yes.
Bob?
Abstain.
Darren?
Yes.
Willie?
Yeah.
So both minutes were approved with 8 yeses and 1 abstention. There's 9 of us now, right? Where's our 8 of us? Oh, and Evelyn's here too.
There's 8, but now I guess 9. So approve with 7 yeses and 1 abstention.
Yes, let me just made Evelyn a panelist as well. So that was a 7 yeses and 1 abstention for each of the approvals for the minutes on June 11th and July 9th. Thank you. Agenda item 3, we need to do an annual report for the fiscal year 2024. It's due near the end of the month. I believe the information was at the back of the materials for the agenda. Basically, we just need to provide a brief annual report for the fiscal year 24, which recently ended. Last year, we supplied a few short paragraphs or maybe even just a bunch of sentences highlighting the work that we did. And somebody needs to work on this, and Leora was looking for anyone to raise their hand to help her assist in writing a very brief annual report for the Compost Task Force last year. So anybody like to offer to help Leora with that? It probably won't take more than half an hour.
It's sorry. It's the one that's here is the 2023 one, and the 2024 one has not been generated. I'm happy to help.
Correct. You're happy to do that. Thank you, Mike. Please reach out to Leora and let her know that.
I will do it right now.
Excellent.
Real time.
Done. Thank you, Mike. So we're going to give a free cart program rollout update as agenda item 5. We have launched, guys. Everything. So yes, a year and a half of hard work by many people, especially Darren and his team, and we have officially launched the program. It was launched officially through the city of Framingham. The mayor's office updated the website for the text that we gave them. They have now shared it in the weekly newsletter, a press release, multiple Facebook posts. It's listed on the homepage. And I think later this week, Susan said that a promotional video that they were working on will be shared on the social media channels. So it's out there, and we have folks that have already signed up. Darren, do you have a updated number on the number of folks that have officially signed up already?
My official number is 2 as of right now. So
Great.
we have 2.
2 people navigated multiple websites and signed up.
I just want to point out 2 is 200% more than were there last week. So it's great.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's great that we're out and multiple people have signed up, so we're at least off and running. Darren, would you like to give an update on kind of where you guys are at internally with the cards and stickers and whatnot?
Yeah, absolutely. We are ready to go. Everything is in place. We have our welcome packets ready. We've got the carts ready. The stickers are on the carts. We'll be building carts as necessary as we get receipts from Black Earth for people that sign up. So as people sign up, we'll be receiving the same receipt that Black Earth sends out. So we'll know ahead of time if we have 5 new customers, 10 new customers, whatever it might be. So then our sanitation operations staff can get those carts built. And as people come in with their voucher during our office hours or operational hours rather, we'll be able to scan those vouchers and then actually scan the carts as well. And the carts will be going into our asset management platform, which is called Cart Logic, which is the same software that we use right now for all the trash and recycling carts that are on the curb. So because they're city property, we will have a complete, software up and running where we'll know where these carts are at all times. And if they get damaged, we can take them out of the system as well. And we're going to have residents return their carts to us if for some reason they get damaged. And so we have our own platform that we've been using, and we're just going to add this into there. And yeah, we're up and running. So as people sign up, they'll come down and, we'll get it going.
Love it. Thanks, Darren. Amy, I see your hand.
Yeah. 2 things. First of all, huge thanks, Darren, because I know it's a lot of your hard work, like just the on the ground, like getting it done. So really, really appreciate that. The second question I had as you're talking is hopefully with all these promotions going out, people are going to start signing up. Are you tracking the number of carts going out by week just so that like if we see that city video has a huge impact, then we can use it in more platforms. And, sometimes it's delayed, but sometimes you'll be like, why are all these people here already this week?
Yeah.
So
it's going to be live time. So as people sign up, it'll be an email that comes in. So all the emails have a date and time. So if we all of a sudden we see, 100 come in, we can kind of make some correlation like, oh, that must have been because the video went out the night before or something like that. So I'll have all that data for sure.
Awesome. Fingers crossed that actually happens, but
Yeah.
Cool. So that was the update. As Darren said, the carts and stickers are in, the welcome packet is complete and ready to go and translated. And starting tomorrow, people could begin to pick their bins up because the hours within which people can pick up their bins is when the recycling center's open, so Thursday to Sunday. So even though people signed up a couple days ago, their first opportunity to pick up the bins would be tomorrow. And Darren has told me that he will text me when the first person comes in and we prove the end-to-end system, because I want to make sure before we push out our promotions that like we can literally take at least one customer end to end and that they can get scanned and then everything works before we like push out additional promotions. So I am kind of loosely looking at this week as like the pilot of the pilot week, but then once we get through the weekend and we know that a couple people picked up their bins and that this is all working, our promotions can begin to go out next week. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But does anybody else have questions about the launch of the program? Amy, is your hand still up from before, or do you have another question?
sorry, no, I'll lower.
Yeah, Mike, I'll just add that those first 2 customers actually signed up before the the QR code and the Black Earth sign up was in place. So Black Earth didn't have it in place yet. So they had signed up outside of the process that we want people to go through. So moving forward, we'll have the complete process.
So you're saying that they signed up since we launched the program, but the Black Earth didn't have the wiring in their back end properly? Okay, great. So
Yeah.
it is still people that have like hopefully heard about the program and signed up as a result of it. But yes, they will tighten that up. Thank you for that clarification. Mike T?
I was just going to ask, and maybe this is an update for later in the agenda, and I'm sure it is, whether or not we're still going to do public promotion events in September, October to, continue to facilitate the role.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the promotions subgroup update, and I think going to some events in September and October would be a good idea. And I think Mike, you and I had both showed interest in that, so we could talk about it briefly tonight. But then I think there's some offline communication in regards to promotions. So we're not going to go dive deep into the promotions in this meeting because I think 4 of us are going to be working on it. So we'll talk about that in a few. Any other questions about the launch of the program or any other thoughts? So,
Well,
yes.
One more from me briefly. Just I saw the email go out, and I saw I think a post maybe on one of the socials. Can anybody else tell me like how else it was officially launched? Like what constitutes a launch? I guess I didn't know.
Okay, so it went out first in the City of Framingham weekly newsletter, which went out
That
on
one I saw.
It was there. It was well below the fold, which was a little bit disappointing given that this is the mayor's task force. But I have stopped complaining a long time ago, but I would like to see it be more prominent personally. It also went out in a press release either Monday or Tuesday from the city. The city put it on the City of Framingham DPW Facebook page yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And then just about an hour ago, the same post got shared on the City of Framingham's general Facebook page. And then the last thing that I know about is that if you go onto the City of Framingham's homepage, they have kind of like a feed there and it's on the homepage. It's again, not the first thing. It's probably the 8th or 10th thing there. You have to scroll down, but that's how the city has promoted it. There's much more promotions that we will do as we discussed in our last meeting, but that's what they've done so far. The only other thing that I know for sure is going to happen is that Susan did indicate about an hour ago that the promotional video is going to go out later this week. And I think it should be pretty good. The first cut that we had seen was not the right messaging. They had done a version of this where they really showed like the Black Earth guy loading bins and like doing it in a semi-industrial setting at a school with bigger bins that didn't even match the bins that we're using, et cetera, et cetera. So we gave some notes to the intern that was working on this, and they came over to my house the day after we met with the city, and we got some additional footage basically to show the customer's perspective. Bless you, Aaron, because ultimately, like, we're trying to get people to engage at the customer side, not like the Black Earth side. So the first video was well made, it just wasn't the right target audience. So luckily we have a resident filmmaker that gave some great notes, and I hear the new video is great. So we'll find out later this week. So that's what the city has done so far. I don't know what else they're planning to do.
I'd like to add that it is my expectation from communications that I've seen that the video will be posted without it being passed by us again.
Oh yes, I would assume that's the
Yeah.
case.
So if you see a video and you have concerns, let us know and we will pass those along, but know that we aren't being given any sort of approval of the video.
We got one crack at notes.
Yeah.
Very much like
We
we
did
did
what
with
we
the
could.
flyer.
Yeah.
Which we'll leave that there. Any other thoughts or Bob, I see your hands.
Yeah, so I noticed the task force is giving a report to the city council on Tuesday night.
Correct.
Is the video at a point where it could be displayed at the city council meeting?
Based on the timeline that Susan shared with us earlier today, or about an hour and a half ago, she said that the video should get posted on social media either later this week or this weekend, which would be in advance of the Tuesday's city council meeting. So I do think that the video would be available. I think Diana would have opinions on whether it gets shared or not, based on whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Until we see it, I don't know that I want to use our 5 minutes on something, so I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea, though, Bob.
we have a limited amount of time, and we have a presentation that Leora, Mike, and I have been working on. The video is out of our control completely, so,
Okay.
yeah.
I
And
get it.
also,
No,
I think it might have to be sent in order to be shared. I think it might, for open meeting laws, it would need to be sent in advance, and I don't know if they will have it ready in time. I don't know.
Okay. You can certainly reference it in the report.
Yeah.
Good point. Other thoughts about the launch? Questions, otherwise? So I will just reiterate, huge thanks to Darren and his team. We were down there today. Diana, Leora, and I met with Darren, and talked to him about the program, and he showed us like kind of how everything works, and we took some great pictures that we'll use for promotional materials. And ultimately, it's really impressive, how organized they are down there, and I feel like we're in great hands on the logistical side. So thanks again, Darren. We really appreciate all the hard work.
Well, it's a team effort. You know, I couldn't do it without everybody around me, and you guys have been the pushers, and you know, it's been awesome. Just a great collaborative effort, and I know our guys are psyched about it too. And I hope to wrap everybody into it, and we all can feel the success of it. You know, it's going to be nice.
Excellent. Thank you, Darren. Okay, so moving on to agenda item 5, Diana's gonna give this particular update on the community composting mini grant.
So we did not apply for the community composting mini grant. That's the update.
Any questions?
Yes, why? No, I'm kidding.
I believe we talked about it in the last meeting, and
all
I
good.
think, yeah, cool. So any other thoughts, questions? All right, moving on. Working group updates. First, working group schools.
Just checking, did Lincoln send an update in? Okay. Willie, you were gonna?
Yeah, I don't have any update.
I have communication with the principal of Potter Road, who said that she and the principal of Brophy will be visiting Dunning on September 16th to observe their composting program. That was sent a week ago or so. So, you know, I imagine with start of school things might shift, but it's up and running. So that's very positive news.
I love that. That's so good. Other schools updates.
Not at this time.
Okay, I know there were some outstanding questions from Lincoln last time that he was supposed to chase down some information, so I will, I'll follow up with him just to see if there's any urgent updates that need to be shared with the team or otherwise, but otherwise we can talk about it in the next meeting. Logistics, so, Darren, do you have any logistics updates that didn't already get covered in the discussion about the launch?
No, I have no other updates at the moment.
Great. I think all the logistics things are in great shape from what we saw today. So I think you know, we just need to get people to sign up. Mike T.
Very briefly, I think one of the things we talked about and that was in the meeting notes was getting a picture of us together with, you know, one of the roll cards now that they're there and received and whatever. Is there any idea about scheduling that? Or
Yeah, we did that today. We did it with the three of us, myself, Diana, and Leora, partly because we needed to do it quickly and thread the needle on some very challenging schedules.
Also because we can't all be in the same place, it's a violation of the open meeting law.
Right, good point. So I will
all
share.
right. I just want to know that it happened. That's all.
Yeah, I'll share an example of that in just a couple minutes. Diana was great. She brought her camera and a tripod, and she probably took over 100 pictures, and I used one of them for a promotional image, but we have some other ideas to leverage some of those pictures for further promotional images, and we've got some good content. So it got done today, and it's I'm going to share a draft when we get to the promotions section in a minute. Yes, Darren, I saw your hand for a brief moment.
I was gonna say we got delayed because the lid stickers, obviously, but I was really hoping that we could have scheduled the compost task force to come down and have that coffee and donuts that Leora wanted to do. That would have been awesome, and I really wanted to do that, but when the lid stickers didn't show up on time with the carts, you know, now we're in the hurry up, let's get it going stage. So unfortunately, we
Yeah.
couldn't make that happen, but maybe we can do it at a later date.
I was gonna say, I mean, it didn't have to be pre-launch for it to be something that we want to do. So if that's something that you wanted to invite us all down for, Darren, that would be great. And now there's no urgency, so we can do it whenever. Maybe September is a beautiful month. I'm very busy this month. All right, any other thoughts or questions about the logistical side of things? All right, cool. So on to promotions. Basically, in a moment, I'm going to share a draft of a promotional image that Diana and I worked on from earlier today. Go ahead.
Question, can you?
Can I share?
Yeah, I don't think you can, if it wasn't posted.
Can I do it in member prerogatives?
Mm-mm.
You can't share, you can't show or share anything that wasn't in the background materials?
I thought there was a way around.
You have to waive, I can tell you what it is, 'cause we do it in the sustainability committee, we have to basically vote to waive a provision.
If there's a way to do it, then yeah, let's vote.
Okay. Give me 1 minute, I'll
So
bring it
while
up.
she's looking that up, basically, I'm not gonna open the promotion spreadsheet that we looked at last time because it's pretty much just the way I left it. I did add a couple rows and clean it up a bit and update a couple things that have gotten done. But for the most part, the promotions are gonna be done by Leora, myself, Mike T, Diana and Amy. I think it all agreed to at least do something. I think Leora and I are splitting the lion's share of the work, but everybody else that I mentioned is somebody that offered to help. And as I mentioned, I'm gonna wait for us to actually do any of that promotions until next week when we make sure that things are all ironed out end to end. And then I think that our task force launch of promotions should begin next week.
I am ready. Okay, and I'll explain this first so everybody knows what they're voting on. We do this in the Framingham Sustainability Committee where there is a provision of order. It's provision of order 2021-048-001. And what that provision allows you to do is screen share materials that were not explicitly included in the meeting materials ahead of time, but they will be captured as part of the agenda and as part of the active meeting. So with that being said, I motion that we waive the provision of order 2021-048.
Wait, slow down. 20. Thank you.
Seconded.
Stuff is never easy.
Thank you. Good.
Okay, so that was a motion for this provision by Aaron. Can I have a second?
Seconded.
Seconded by Diana in the room. So you guys obviously vote yes. I will also vote yes on Zoom. Amy,
Yes.
Darren,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Mike, T,
Hi.
Willie,
Yes.
Evelyn.
Yes.
Excellent. I will show you some things now that I'm allowed to. Thank you, Aaron, for knowing these things.
That sounds like we've opened a back.
All right, can I share my screen? Yes, I can. I just minimized everything so you guys don't have to see everything in my life. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So I shall share my screen and I shall show you the first of hopefully many cool graphics. So there's 6 bins that are ready to go that Darren and his team had set up, and then there's about 915 bins behind us on some number of pallets stacked very high. So we took a bunch of pictures. This one was kind of a fun one where we're giving some thumbs up and some motioning to the bins or whatever we're doing. But yes, very simply join the Framingham curbside composting pilot now. 1 free bin plus 1 free roll of liner bags for new subscribers to Black Earth Compost while supplies last.
They can't see the bottom.
Oh, they can't see the bottom? Oh,
I can see the bottom.
I can see it.
It's all good.
You can see under 1 free bin, that's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's cut off on our screen. But so yeah, again, this is the first of some number of images that I think will take the pictures that we've done and do some different stuff. But this is what we came up with in 10 minutes today. So any thoughts or feedback on this?
That's good.
Love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Any critical feedback? Any suggestions for improvement?
I don't think it's necessarily feedback. I will say when you first brought it up, it like at first glance, somebody who might not know what it is, like it almost looks like you're recruiting for a team.
We
But
are.
I think there's enough contextual clues here that will help people when they actually read it, that does not concern.
Yeah, and the idea would be that this would be paired with a little bit longer verbiage to go, like this would be like a Facebook post with a little bit more words. And then, but not that many words, because the goal is to get people to the website,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So the idea is something that's eye-catching, it shows the program, we see the cards, we see the liners. But I can understand what you're saying there. Any other thoughts, feedback otherwise? Cool, people being quiet tells me we don't have to change it much. So that is one thing. I will also, because I'm sharing my screen, share the flyer from the city that I didn't love. Sorry, there it is. So this is what the city gave us, and I'm not gonna debate the merits of this.
That one we cannot see, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
sorry.
just see the picture again.
Oh, sorry, weird. It's like on my whole screen. You see my screen, you see,
Like
We just see a subsection of the picture.
Yeah, there you go. It should be, I think it's loaded now. Can you guys see it now? Oh, but no, it's the old picture.
It may
Still the
be-
picture.
It's maybe that you're sharing it with a specific tab and not.
Bingo.
so you can see that.
We can see the picture.
Yes.
Let me close that. Sorry.
You want to reshare and point it at whatever PDF or Word doc you got.
Yeah, sorry about that. Luckily, we have plenty of time for me to fumble around right now. So,
I'm just glad we're recording it all for open meeting law.
I will say that everyone commenting, sharing, and liking the posts as they see them
thank you.
is very important. It helps game the algorithm. So please, if you can't do anything else, at least do that.
Yes, so be aware of Facebook posts.
Hey, there we
Yeah.
go.
So this is what the city gave us. It's not my favorite flyer I've ever seen, and I don't feel like it makes me want to engage. So that's why we came up with additional promotional images. But this is what was included in the city newsletter, and I think it leaves room for improvement. So that's what we try to do.
Yeah, it's missing commas. Jesus Christ.
Any thoughts about either of these two promotional documents?
Yes. Can we edit this one?
Can we edit this one?
Yes.
Well, we tried to. We gave notes on the first version, and then the second version came out like this, and I think it got worse. So we stopped giving notes and decided to just make some stuff of our own. So
It looks like we are promoting Halloween. Just putting it out there.
I didn't like the color. That was the first thing I didn't like. So you guys get the point. But no, we're not editing that anymore. We were given one round of notes, and the notes did not make it better. So we have made additional materials, and we'll continue to make additional materials. I think that said, I do think that the video that the city is making, I have high hopes that it's actually going to tell the story really well. Again, largely because Diana gave some really good notes that the intern was able to follow very clearly. So while the flyer, I think, leaves something to be desired, I do have high hopes that the video is going to show how easy it is to engage with this program from a customer perspective, which was the ultimate goal. So we don't have to use everything, but I do think that that video is something that could be very eye-catching and hopefully be able to get people to engage. Yes, Amy.
Just a question on the city flyer. I did see that in the city newsletter. You're saying flyer, is this for digital use really, or is it a printed flyer? Just wanna, do you know what the city's intending with that?
I don't think they're intending to print it and hang it
Okay.
anywhere. I would not print that and hang that anywhere personally, so that's where I think the first image I showed you is just what we came up with in the 10 minutes we had before the meeting, but I would like to make a 8.5 by 11 version of that. And by version of that, I mean maybe not that exact image, but something like that with a QR code that would go to the website. I didn't put the QR code on this one because it's intended for Facebook and otherwise, and there'll be a link right there. And I didn't want to ugly up the flyer, but if we do want to print out a flyer, I made a note to myself to make something that we can print that will look nice. There is a really nice, actually, I'm going to share my screen one more time. We do have an option of using a flyer that's nice and printable from Black Earth Compost. That is, just move the storage size. Let's see. Okay, and I'll share my screen again. So this is what Black Earth came up with, which is a lot easier on the eyes. It's not the exact verbiage we would choose. It goes directly to their website. It doesn't really say anything about the city of Framingham, except at the bottom that we're a preferred vendor of Framingham. But
I don't know if we can use this officially as the task force because I haven't gone in and read it, but I don't think it mentions the Mass DEP grant.
it does not mention that. I think there's a lot of reasons why we're probably not going to use this, but this was just to show that we can make something that looks nice that we can print. And so that's this is where we got to here.
And if anybody wants a photo of a bin or photos of the DPW or anything like that, you can email me and I can send you pictures that I took today.
And corollary to that, Diana had the idea earlier. If anybody on the task force is a Black Earth compost subscriber and has a bin and wants to take a picture with them in their bin as part of promotions or to share with your people, we encourage you to do that. And if you get a good picture, feel free to share it with us. Mike T.
Real quick, I mean, just staring at the social post right now, and this flyer doesn't even list all the pricing that we could possibly have and that we could extend to people. So like, I agree with you. It's not quite usable in its current state, though it's nice.
No, but again, this is just the idea that we could make something not too dissimilar from the.
Agree. Oh, totally agree.
For printing purposes, whereas I would not take the one from the city and print it, hang it up anywhere. I think that we can make something nicer. Okay, any other thoughts about this before I stop sharing my screen? Great. So that is it for the promotional update. I showed you the draft of the flyer, I showed you the city flyer, I showed you the Black Earth flyer. Basically, I will reach out to Mike Tarselli over the coming days because he and I will be doing some of the Facebook promotions. I think Leora is going to be doing that as well. And then what I'm going to propose, okay, so we'll talk about the meetings, the scheduled meetings in a minute. Let me just close this particular part of this meeting by saying, does anybody have any questions or comments about the promotions? All right, great. So then agenda item 7 is our upcoming meetings. In speaking with Leora and Diana earlier today about our August 27th meeting, I don't personally feel that we need to meet as a full task force. I think over the next 2 to 4 weeks, the game is promotions. And I think that a lot of the work, 99% of the work will be done outside of meetings, you know, on our own or in smaller groups. Like Mike T and I might sit down together and do some promotions together someday or something. But I do think it makes sense for the promotion sub team to consider meeting on August 27th, just to make sure that we have circled the wagons. And if anybody has any questions, it can be a 30-minute Zoom call. It doesn't have to be a long meeting. But I don't think we need to meet as a full task force on the 27th. So does anyone want to agree or disagree on that?
This is not a blocker for everybody on the task force. I'm just going to point out that that is also the first day of school for public school.
Great, so maybe another reason not to meet. Anybody else want to pile on the not meeting on the 27th? All right, if nobody's going to object, I guess I will. I mean, do we vote on this, right? Because it's our normal meeting, or do we just say that we don't have a meeting?
We don't usually vote on changes.
Great, so we will not meet on the 27th. I will reach out to coordinate possibly meeting with the 4 to 5 person sub team of promotions. Maybe that same day, maybe at that same time, but I will definitely be in touch much sooner than that because we will be doing many promotions in the next 2 weeks between now and the 27th. So then the next time we would meet would be 4 weeks from today on September 10th, normal time, 6 o'clock. It will be Zoom only, correct?
Yes.
Because I think this room is booked. So anybody have a challenge or does anybody know that they cannot, if they cannot come to that meeting at this point, September 10th? 6 p.m.
No.
Okay. I see nobody telling me that they cannot come, which means we shouldn't struggle with a quorum. I believe Leora will be back, so my one-time reign as stand-in chair is over after this. I will drag it out for another 24 minutes to annoy you all. Just kidding. Any other member prerogative? Oh, Mike T, I see your hand.
Just a point of order, I guess, is when does the task force disband? I'm not rushing. I'm not saying like we should just disband, but I mean when the project is delivered, when the thing is monitored for a while, when we've done promotions or whatever, at some point task force are ephemeral, right? They close after 2 to 3 years. I'm just wondering.
My understanding was that we had 2 years and that it was December 31st at the end of this year.
Exactly,
Yeah,
2-year appointment.
so we have 4.5 months to get 900 bins out, or at least 400 and some.
No rush.
I just like, honestly, if we can just get as close as possible to the 900 total subscribers this calendar year, that would feel like an enormous win. I thought we'd have a year to a year and a half to do the promotions. I didn't think it would be 4.5 months. But I guess I'm new to municipal process and my ignorance was bliss at one point. Bob, I see your hand.
Yeah, Mike, any consideration, or maybe you've already thought about it, is doing a promotional little presentation at the Callahan Center. I don't know if you've thought about that, but we've had some pretty good success, promoting water meters and other, DPW programs through the Callahan Center.
That's a great idea. I think we had outlined our goals for the next 2.5 months, which begin largely this month with digital promotions. And then as Mike T mentioned earlier, there's some larger events in September and October, including like the Find Your People Fair and Framingham Day on October 4th. That we feel like are good opportunities to get out in the public. I think things like the Callahan Center could slot in after that, maybe late October, early November. So that's a great suggestion. And I think that there's maybe some other similar things that like that we could do, go to a church and speak about it there and like all these other things. So I think we outlined kind of like our priorities for the first 2 months, but I think said that September, we have 4.5 months. So if we use 2 months for our top priorities, then I think the back 2 months can be things like that. So that's a great suggestion, Bob. Appreciate that. Amy?
We're kind of flipping back and forth, but I just had the thought of our composting task force and wrapping it up. One thing that I think we have been good at is stimulating discussion of new opportunities. Potentially, we haven't been able to take advantage of all of them, which is fine, but I would like that, I guess, on a future agenda for conversation.
Sorry,
like how that,
what are you saying you want on a future agenda?
a future agenda, I would like to have a discussion of how new opportunities and continuation of composting programs will continue without the task force.
Got it.
Essentially.
That's a great question, because I think we're not going to have tied a bow on everything that we've thought of. So
Right. Yep.
great question.
I'm going to pile on and say that I would like a closing artifact, which I think I argued for about a year ago, but I'm ready for it again. Call up Metro West Daily News, call up Framingham Patch, call up somebody and be like, here's 3 paragraphs about task force, what it did, what it accomplished. Now it's out there. Hooray. And now you can refer back to it. If you ever want to 5 years from now, be like, remember that task force.
Yeah.
Are you saying in addition to the press release that was sent to them this week?
I mean, if people pick that up, great. I just didn't know if they were picking it up yet.
Yeah, we will be covered by the frame, definitely. I am talking with them. They are also contacting Black Earth, so they could do a whole story, and I'm going to be in studio next week with them.
Okay. If it's already being done, that's
Yeah, that actually, if you want an artifact, whatever they do for the frame as a video artifact might be like the neatest thing. Because videos are great. So great. Keep bringing it up, Mike, if the things that we do over the coming months do not satisfy your need for a quote unquote closing artifact. And then that's something that you can work on if the other things that we're doing are not satisfactory. Any other member prerogatives? Seeing no hands, I'll take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
That was a motion to adjourn by Diana, seconded by Willie. Roll call vote starting in the room with Erin.
Yes.
Diana.
Yes.
Mike C says yes. Mike T.
aye.
Amy.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
Willie.
Yes.
Evelyn.
Yes.
Darren.
Yes.
It is unanimous. Everybody wants to be done. Wonderful work, guys. We'll see everybody in 4 weeks for the next full task force meeting, September 10th at 6 p.m. I will be in touch with folks about promotions over the coming weeks. And Darren will keep us posted when the first person officially goes end to end, hopefully this weekend. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful night.
Oh,
Have a good night.
Good
See ya.
night.
Bye.
Can you end the meeting or do we have to do it? I think we might have to do it from here, right? Do I have to stop the recording? Is this a touchscreen?
It's a good thing you're here.
I don't think it's.
I don't think it's a touchscreen, but I think there's a, there's not, oh, there's a mouse down.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Let's see.
because that's useful.
Okay,
This goes
for some reason, I don't feel like Amy talks fast. I think it's just she's